everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will feature a team that loves getting it done through the air. The Ravens are top 10 in passing TDs. They go up against a 49ers defense that will need to be on its game.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Play fake. He'll look to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here. Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one? And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker. But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way. And he'll give it here to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Then he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it. No, check, Patriots! Here we go! Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reese. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Now back to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, getting the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Fielded at the 33. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
They'll set up a throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. A little 360. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Dancing away at the 30, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. And that one results in 35 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This on 1st and goal. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now receiver in motion left. And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken in at the 11. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go.
And he's into the clear. They caught touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. And it's up and good. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Let's go. Green 39. Green. Black 99 Philly.
They'll run it now with Gray. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
All right, here we go. Blue line.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the 1st half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
Let's go!
Now a play fake here on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Looking to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And again this time to the tailback. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 49. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They give him 12 yards and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half. just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablet.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
No, check. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Myers has it over the middle. And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face third down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The Ravens on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now they try the right side here. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Myers. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
His throw caught at about the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Just 1 yard to go here on 2nd down. They run again here with Gray. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard near the 34-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. On the run, this is Gray. And he'll be knocked down sideways, right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On the ground, it's Gray. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a first carry for their fullback. Room to run inside the 40. And now running right through it. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens, they claw one back.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Second down, just 1 yard to go.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, hurry.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.